It's a huge problem here in Indiana, and the numbers back it up. The State Department of Health says over a 2-year period between 2014 and 2016, more than 1,000 people in our state died from drug overdoses involving heroin and other opioids. If there's one thing 2 women in Hendricks County want you to know,
this can affect anybody and everybody.
It's painful. We are already going through a struggle. Those that have loved ones in active addiction. It's a roller coaster ride.
I don't think any addict wants to be an addict.
2 moms who met 2 years ago with 2 different stories, but one struggle brought them together in a support group.
As a parent, we're in denial because, you know, he comes from a good home. He comes from a healthy home, a good home, and you never ever think that's going to be your child.
Diane Buxton's son, Taylor, started his road to addiction with a simple high school football injury when he was 14. The prescribed pills for pain eventually led to stronger drugs and a heroin addiction until he was 22.
He was living at my house. He was not paying rent. He didn't have a job. He was eating my food, and I saw my 160-pound son 130 pounds, and it hit me. I'm helping him to die.
Dottie Grubb's son, Bobby, got hooked a little later in his early 20s. Some bad relationships led to popping Vicodin and a brief prison stay and rehab.
Well, he went to a couple recovery places to try to detox and get clean, and he learned a lot about heroin at that time from other guys.
Snorting the drug lapsed into injecting it, and though she was a nurse, Dottie was no match for Bobby's heroin high.
I went upstairs and he was on the floor unconscious.
That was the first overdose.
The next time he overdosed, he was at my house, but I did have Narcan at the time.
What made you get it?
Because I knew I needed it.
Narcan, or naloxone, has proven to be a lifesaver for those who overdose on opiates like heroin. It can reverse an overdose in minutes.
And that's why Narcan is so important.
It can happen anytime.
There is a lot of need for it.
At the Hendricks County Health Department, Jenna Meadows is helping struggling addicts and their families in their fight.
So we definitely have an opiate epidemic here in the state and across the country.
The State Department of Health offered grant money to counties to teach everyday people how to recognize opiate overdoses and how to respond with naloxone.
Pretty forceful push.
The easy-to-assemble device allows a mist to be sprayed in each nostril.
And this is what delivers the mist. That delivers the naloxone into your mucous membrane, which helps to reverse the opiate overdose.
Jenna is helping to run the program, which already has a backlog. Hendricks County is one of several around central Indiana giving out naloxone for free. When Dottie started using it for her son a couple of years ago, it wasn't so affordable.
Even with insurance, it was going to cost you close to $1,000. So it was really ridiculous.
And when Diane made the tough love decision for her son, it wasn't even around.
I went to him and I said, you know what, I want to apologize to you. He said, apologize for what? For treating you like you're 14 years old. You're an adult. You're 22 years old. And I said, I'm going to give you choices, and one's not living here.
Though their sons are doing better now, taking it day by day, the moms say they never know who they might be able to save by carrying a dose of naloxone with them.
It should be just like the EpiPen.
And that's why the state wants to reach out to as many people as possible to educate them about naloxone. In fact, the CDC gave Indiana more than $500,000 to expand prevention outreach in the state's most at-risk counties with high overdose rates. Mark Mullins, RTV6.